Hello, Jessica, you're back with another review, and today I am reviewing set number 70722. It's called the OverBorg Attack. It has 207 pieces, 2 minifigures, and it retails for $20 in the US. It is recommended for ages 8 to 14, and of course it is a Ninjago 2014 set. I got it from the LEGO store, but I know a lot of people have been finding it at Toys R Us lately, so check your local Toys R Us if you're in the US, you'll probably find it there. And now let's take a look at the packaging. So here's the packaging for the set. It's really awesome packaging. There's a lot going on, and I think this is like a high quality packaging and everything like that. Just with all the printing alone on the side and this side right here. So I think that's really cool. It says rebooted right there. Top shows the little minifigures, and I think that looks really awesome. As goes with all the other sets too. And the back shows some of the play features and stuff like that. And it does go for one instruction booklet, which looks really nice too. I love these instruction booklets for these sets. And now onto the minifigures. So here is Lloyd, and wow, he's probably my favorite of the 2014 LEGO Ninjago ninjas, and he is just absolutely fantastic. Then again, I really loved all the other incarnations of Lloyd from 2012 and 2013, but still, just look at this little sword holder right here. I mean, none of the other ninjas have that, so that's really cool, and it's kind of funny that they only put on Lloyd. But the hairpiece is just absolutely fantastic. It's the one from Anakin from like 2008. But it's in this little kind of tannish color, you know, the kind of tan color that we see on a lot of these, like, kind of, I guess you could say blondish hairs. So that looks fantastic in that color. And then he even has an exclusive face print, which none of the other ninjas have, because they all use their old face prints. But this is a new one just for 2014. The only downside is that he also appears in the Mech Dragon set, so I guess he's not exclusive, but still, he's just fantastic. Of course, this is the cheapest way to get him. You can see his torso printing right there. His little half ninja wrap looks fantastic. If you take off his hair and everything, so I can show the headpiece. So there you go. And you can just see that is his headpiece or his head print, and it just looks fantastic. Definitely different from his 2012 and 2013 print, and you can take that off. Then you can see his back printing, which looks absolutely fantastic too. So I really do love this minifigure, and definitely a huge reason to buy this set because this is the cheapest way to get him. Here's Cyrus Borg, and he's another great minifigure. I really love that little hair piece right there. I think that's fantastic. I know my bud, the Polybag Collector, he agrees with me. Oh, you guys gotta check out his channel. His channel is absolutely fantastic. He reviews like polybags and stuff, like that's his thing, but he also is really good with news. Like, he's usually like the second if I'm there, or sometimes even the first to like cover some news. But you can see his torso printing, which looks fantastic. I really do love that. He definitely looks like a cyborg, and his name's a pun on cyborgs. You get Cyrus Borg. It's like the Kai fighter. And here's his back printing, which looks pretty cool. Sadly, he doesn't have any leg printing, which is kind of a little bit disappointing. You can take off his hairpiece right there, and you can see his face looks a lot like LEGO Agents. One of the villains there, I forgot his name, but he was also on one of these. And there's a lot of other little cyborgs in the LEGO Agents that look a little bit like him. But still, it is pretty unique, and it looks really cool. And his back face looks a lot like Lloyd's face from 2012 and 2013. So that's kind of interesting. But of course, that's really it for this figure, and now onto the set itself. So here are all the builds you get in this set, and I'll take a look at all of them individually, but you get this little trash can, a little ramp, Lloyd's little bike or whatever, or motorcycle I guess you could say, this little part for Cyrus Borg, and then his big vehicle. And now let's take a close-up on all of them. So I guess we'll start with the vehicle of Lloyd's, and I have to say, this is just absolutely fantastic. It's really cute, and it's really small and sleek, but it's not like too skeletal or anything like that. And I really do love that. You got 2 stickers right there, which are kind of a pain to put on, hence they're a little bit off. But you can always fit on Lloyd right there. Well, of course, because he has to fit on there. And you just pop him into that little part right there when he's standing up. And there you go. And you can kind of position him so he holds on to this. But I never like doing that because it could actually damage some of the minifigures' hands and stuff like that. So I usually skip doing that. But you can just see this vehicle is absolutely fantastic. It's really sleek. And it looks awesome, I gotta say. Here's the side right here. And then the back. It reminds me a little bit of Robin's Redbird cycle or whatever it's called, and this is kind of like a green version, but the green I love the color green now. Like, you guys know because of Twitch and stuff like that. So yeah, I think Twitch is going to like adopt this, and it's probably going to be his new bike or whatever, because I'm getting tired of the teal one or whatever. But anyways, you can just see this is just really, really awesome. I really do love this. So that's it for Lloyd's little bike, and for his bike, there's a little ramp in the set actually, and you can just kind of, I guess, push the bike like that, but it barely works, to be honest. So it's really just a play thing, so you can go like that. But there's a little fire hydrant on there, so that's really cool. There's just a little 360 right there. It's nice to get those little slope pieces. And also you get a trash can, which is a little green trash can. There's actually some dirt in it, I guess you could say, and that just kind of spills out right there. But there's not really much to that. I guess you can knock it over and make it in your play seat or whatever. And then we got Cyrus Borg's little, I guess you could say, his crawler or something like that. I'm not really sure, but here it is. And you just kind of pop the Cyrus Borg minifigure on there. And he fits on there really well because you can see there's that little seat there. So you just put him like that. And then again, he has one of these little handlebars, kind of like Lloyd's bike. And you could, of course, put his hands on there or whatever, but I never like doing that. And you can just see it's kind of a similar build to some of the Agent stuff from 2008. Because some of the Agent sets, they had that one guy, and I keep on forgetting his name, but he was a cyborg that was on one of these crawlers. But he didn't have any legs or anything. It was just really his torso and stuff. And you can see here's the back and everything. You can kind of stand it up so he's like that, and that's pretty cool. And his robot arm has this little saw right here, which has a little, I guess you could say, translucent red axe or whatever. And yeah, that is really it for this thing. And now on to Cyrus Borg's main vehicle. So here's Cyrus Borg's little vehicle, and you could kind of put him on there when he's on his crawler or whatever. Just stick him right there. And he doesn't fit all the way, kind of interestingly. It just kind of goes halfway, and he stays on there pretty well, though. Let me see, just put it right there. And there you go. And so this is his little vehicle. It moves when you put it like that. The little blades on the side move. So that's really cool. And you see he doesn't really stick all the way. And you can see the front has these little blades right here. And the back. I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't always work for me for some reason. It only works on certain terrains. Like on my table, which I was building this on, it didn't really work too well. So I guess it's okay. There's this little back detail right here with these little, I guess, thrusters or exhaust pipes. I don't even know. And you can just move them up and down. And that's just really an add-on or whatever. There's two stickers right there, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling this build. It looks a little bit weird, and it's just too clunky and stuff. Even the purple, which is probably the best part about it, I do like that little sleek purple, doesn't even like complement it or anything like that. You can see here's the side. It shows two stickers right there and there. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling this vehicle. I think Lloyd's vehicle is much stronger than this one, as this one's just too clunky overall. Reminds me a little bit of the Hover Hunter, to be honest, which I do not like at all. And it's just weird that he like, it's really hard to fit him on here. You just gotta like that, but like all of his little legs and stuff go into the way. Whatever. So yeah, that's it for this little vehicle for Cyrus Borg. And now on to the final verdict. Overall, I'm a little bit conflicted on the set. I loved it when I first saw it, and I still think it's great, but there's some stuff that I'm a little bit disappointed by. Now, I really do love Lloyd's motorcycle, and I love the Lloyd minifigure. And this is the cheapest way you can get Lloyd, because the other way is the Mech Dragon, which is, depending on where you get it, it's $80 to like $100. So that's a little bit crazy, and that's like a huge difference in price from this one. So this is a great way to get Lloyd, because like I said, Lloyd's motorcycle is also really awesome. When it comes to Cyrus Borg, he's actually a really cool minifigure, but I'm a little bit underwhelmed by him because his facial prints look a little bit like other minifigures, which is okay. I'm really kind of sad that he has no leg printing. But still, he does have a really awesome like hairpiece, which I think makes up for the whole minifigure, because that hairpiece is awesome. His little walker or whatever, I guess you could say his little legs or whatever, those are kind of interesting. Reminds me a lot of Agents. Well, I mean the whole minifigure reminds me of some of the Agents villains and stuff like that. The little throw-ins with the trash can and the ramp are cute, but they don't really add much to the set. And I'm just going to say, I'm really disappointed by Cyrus Borg's little vehicle. The play function isn't like the greatest, and it doesn't really work that much. and it just looks a little bit ugly, to be honest. I don't really like it at all. Even with the purple in it, which purple is my favorite color, I don't even think that saves it. So I'm really underwhelmed by that vehicle, but I think the rest of the set is still pretty cool. The pieces, at least you get some really nice pieces even with this little vehicle right here. And like I said, the Lloyd minifigure is probably my favorite Ninja of the 2014 line of Ninjago sets. So I will rate the set a B+. I think it's really cool, but not as good as when I first saw it, when I first saw pictures from Kmart or whatever, which was back in September. So yeah, that's really it for this review, and I will see you guys later. Bye.